Hello guys, so welcome back to our discussion on chapter 2 cost behavior. So now let's talk about the cost behavior patterns. So let's define what is a cost behavior. Cost behavior is the study on how the firm's costs respond to changes in activity levels or cost drivers within the company. So ibig sabihin when we say cost drive or cost behavior, um, what is the reaction of a certain cost when it comes to changes in activity or changes in volume. Ibig sabihin, ano yung magiging effect dun sa cost? Kung tataas ba siya or bababa, depende kung nag-increase siya when it comes to volume or nag-decrease siya when it comes to volume. As well as pati yung mga cost driver na tinatawag natin. Pag sinabing cost driver, it is an item or event that has a cause and effect relationship with incurrence of a cost. Simply stated, it is the unit of an activity that causes the change in activities cost, such as machine hours, labor hours, number of inspection, number of deliveries, millage, and etc. So since cost driver is the reason why cost changes, it is appropriate to use it in allocating costs from cost pools into cost object. So here is the relationship. So yung cost pool, okay, and then yung factory overhead, and through cost driver, magkakaroon siya ng effect sa cost object or yung cost products natin. Pag sinabi natin cost pool, okay, grouping of individual cost items. A company group costs together that show a similar cause and effect or benefits received or relationship in terms of the allocation base of costs. Thus, cost allocations are then made from a cost pool and unallocated to a cost object. So what is the basis in allocating cost of a cost pool to cost object? The answer is through the use of cost driver. So depende. So sa mga yung cost pools, groupings yon. And paano sila ina-allocate based on groupings? Through the use of cost drivers. Si cost driver, siya yung nagda-drive or siya yung reason kung bakit tumataas or bumababa yung ating cost. And then meron tayong tinatawag na predetermined overhead rate, which is ang formula is total estimated overhead cost divided by total estimated activity. Examples of cost behavior patterns. So, alam ko nabanggit ko na to kanina, so balikan lang natin. So, when it comes to variable cost, okay, focus tayo sa variable cost. So, yung activity level o yung cost driver na tinatawag natin. So, when it comes to per total, no, as the activity level or volume increases, yung per total natin also increases. And then kapag bumaba yung cost driver, yung ating ito increases. Kapag bumaba yung ating cost driver, yung per total din natin is decreases. Pero when it comes to per unit basis, constant yung ating variable cost per unit. Kapag tumaas ang volume, same pa rin. Bumaba ang volume, same pa rin. Ang nagbabago is yung activity level at saka yung total. When it comes to fixed cost naman, okay, per total, constant yung total kasi nga fixed cost. So, kung magkano yung total, as is na yun, fixed na siya. Pero when it comes to per unit, kapag tumataas yung level of activity, okay, bumababa naman yung per unit, pero yung total, the same. Okay? When it comes to pag nag-decrease naman yung cost driver or bumaba yung volume, per unit, tataas, fixed ko ay yung total, fixed pa rin. And then, yung mixed cost naman, yan. Next, let's talk about relevant range. Relevant range is the range wherein the cost relationship is valid, or the cost formula is valid, predictable, and linear. So within the relevant range, total cost is linearly related to the activity level or cost driver. In other words, the cost equation is linear in nature. If the activity level under consideration is outside the relevant range, then the current cost equation is inapplicable or invalid kasi hindi na siya magagamit. Ano ba yung cost equation na tinatawag natin? Ito, yung ating y is equal to a plus bx, where y is the total cost or total mixed cost, a is total fixed cost, b is the variable cost per unit, and x is the cost driver or yung activity level. So under cost management yon. Pero when it comes to mathematics, when we say y, that is the dependent variable, x is the independent variable, a is the y-intercept, and b is the slope of the line. So ang mangyayari dyan is, using this formula, si b, which is the variable cost per unit, i-multiply mo sa activity level or yung cost driver, and then i-add mo yung A na fixed cost, makukumpute mo yung Y na total cost. Okay, so let's have illustration. What is the requirement here is identify the following costs as direct materials, direct labor, factory overhead, or a period cost. Also indicate whether the cost is a variable or fixed with respect to the cost driver. Letter A, property taxes paid on factory supplies. So that is a fixed cost regardless of the number of units produced. Kasi nga, constant yan. Taxes eh. Salary of the factory supervisor. Factory supervisor is directly involved, di ba? Directly involved. Hindi niya sinabi kung direct materials. Pero fixed cost din siya. Fixed cost kasi sa salary of manager is unaffected. Fixed na siya whether gaano kadami yung volume na ma-produce ng ating worker. Stainless steel used in production, that is direct materials, no? And that is a variable cost. Ito nga, dito pala factory overhead at saka fixed cost, direct materials, variable cost by nature. Next, check natin. Advertising placed on social media and TV networks, that is a period cost and fixed cost din siya kasi regardless of the amount produced by the company, still fixed pa rin yung babayaran nating advertising cost. Machine lubricant used in production, that is a direct factory overhead pala, factory overhead, okay, and that is a variable cost also. Straight line depreciation on administrative building, that is a factory overhead then. Letter F pala, sorry, period cost, and that is also a fixed cost. Insurance cost related to manufacturing plant, that is also a factory overhead and fixed cost. Units of production depreciation and manufacturing equipment, that is a factory overhead pero variable siya kasi based on the units produced. Wages of assembly line workers in the factory, that is also a period, letter I, direct labor kasi assembly line worker is directly involved in the factory. And ano pa? Wages is a variable cost. And letter J, commissions, period ko siya pero variable din. Depende sa mabibentang unit ng ating salespeople kasi commission is a bonus which is based on the performance of the worker. Next is, ano yung hinahanap natin? Identify which of the above cost is a variable, fixed, or mix. So, ito yung solution natin. Tignan natin. Si cost A, okay, number of units is 20,000. Ang kanyang cost is 20,000 din. September, 15,000 units. What is this ba? This is production pala. So, 10,000 ang na-produce, 15,000 noong September. So, tumaas yung ating cost driver. Pero yung cost ni A is still 20,000. Ibig sabihin, fixed cost si letter A. Fixed cost siya since its behavior in total, no? Total ang pinag-uusapan natin is constant at 20,000 regardless kung tumaas yung ating activity level. Cost B naman, kung titingnan natin, from 10,000, no? 30,000 yung cost. Si 15,000, yan lang. From 10,000, 30,000 yung cost. Tumaas ng 50,000, tumaas din yung cost. That is a variable cost, di ba? Sorry. Letter B, where is letter B? Ayan. Cost B is a variable cost since its total amount increase in activity level, nag-increase din yung kanyang total. And then also, mixed cost pala siya din. Kasi kung i-divide natin, it cannot simply stated pala that cost B is a variable cost since its per total amount increase corresponding to an increase in activity level because mixed cost has the same behavior. What differentiates variable cost from mixed cost is that the variable is the behavior per unit. Variable cost per unit is constant while mixed cost per unit inversely from cost driver. So tingnan natin yung cost per unit din. So the per unit cost of B is 3 pesos per unit in August. So tingnan natin. 30,000 divided by 10,000 is 3. Pakita lang natin. 3. 40,000 divided by 15,000 is ilan? 2.67. 2.67. So, titignan natin, hindi siya pwedeng variable cost kasi pag sinabing variable cost, dapat parehas yung pesos per unit. Eh, since 3 pesos at saka bumaba ng 2.67, that is a mixed cost. No, mixed cost siya. Same process, okay. Letter C naman, natin. So, letter C, 15,000 divided by 10,000, that is 2, di ba? 15,000 divided, 2, sorry. Wait lang. Where is my, calculator? Wala akong calculator. Ano yung calculator natin dito? 15,000 divided by 10,000. 1.5. Ito naman, 22,500 divided by 15,000. 1.5 din. So, kung titignan mo dito, itong si cost C, yan ang tinatawag nating variable cost. Kasi nga, fixed per unit. 'Di ba? Fixed per unit, 1.5, 1.5. Regardless kung tumaas or tumaas pala siya, tumaas, and then fixed pa rin ang per unit. How about cost D? Mixed cost din siya. Ano natin? 25,000. So, ganun, no? Ganyan pag mag-check if variable or fixed. Divided by 10,000 units na production. That is 2.5. 32,000 divided by 15,000. That is 2.333. Okay. So, tingnan mo, ito, bumaba siya. Hindi siya fixed cost kasi hindi naman fixed na 25, 25, 25 tapos naging 32. So, automatic hindi na fixed. I-check natin kung variable or mixed. So, dito nakita natin hindi fixed yung 2.5 at 2.13. That is a mixed cost, no? How about yung let cost in naman natin? So, 40,000 divided by 10,000, 4. How about 60,000 divided by 15,000, 4 din. So, this is a variable cost kasi fixed in units, okay? And then, formulation, cost equation. Let's tingnan natin yung cost equation. Abitago Corp is a manufacturer of laptop computers. During June of the current year, it manufactured 2,900 units of laptop computers and incurred total manufacturing cost of 350,900 to 46,500, which is considered to be variable. On July of the current year, Abitago is planning to produce 34 units. Assume a relevant range of 100 units to 4,000 units. For requirement A, at 2,900 units, how much is the total fixed manufacturing cost and fixed manufacturing cost per unit? So, say natin, using the formula Y equals A plus BX. So, ang mangyayari dyan, yung total, ito, sabi niya, total manufacturing cost 350,900, that would be the Y. Okay? Y. So, kunin natin Y equals A plus BX. So, 350,900 dito is equal to, ay naganap is total fixed manufacturing cost and total manufacturing cost per unit. A is the fixed cost, hinahanap yan. B is the variable cost, which is 246,500. And planning to produce 29. Tama? 29. Check natin if applicable yung ganyang formula. So, ang magiging ano niyan, 246,500 divided by, ay times 29 divided by 350,900. Wait lang. Patik, hindi siya ganyan. Or masyadong mataas, sorry. So, ang ginawa niya is, so, yan ano niya pala. Yung total, kasama na yung fixed at saka variable. So, ang nangyari, 350,900, i-minus yung pa yung variable na 246,500. And then, dinivide niya sa units of production na 29. That would be the fixed manufacturing cost per unit. Okay? So, ito ita-transpose lang natin, no? I-transpose muna itong dito. So, magiging minus siya. So, magiging 350,900 minus 246,500. Yan. Equals, tapos divided by 29. 36 per unit. Letter B, variable manufacturing cost per unit and total cost per unit. So, yung 246,500 na variable, i-divide mo sa units of production na 29, makukuha po agad yung 85 na variable cost per unit. And then, ano yun na, total cost per unit. So, 350,900 yung total, i-divide natin sa units of production na 39, 121. Yung 121, average manufacturing cost per unit. Kasama na yung, ano na yung pinagsamang cost and variable. Okay? Okay. Check ko lang. Eto. Natin yung illustration 6. Application of cost equation. So, Genea Corp is famous for the manufacturing of a high-end bullet journal. It has developed an annual cost equation in estimating factory overhead of Y is equals to 216,000 plus 2.40 for each machine hour used. Operating budgets for the upcoming month are based on 10,000 units of production. Each unit requires 30 minutes of machine time. How much is the total estimated factory overhead for the upcoming month, assuming the upcoming month level of activity is within the relevant range? So we apply the Y equals A plus BX. So, ano naman tinatanong? Monthly. No, monthly. So, ang mangyayari, ginawa niya, yung 216,000 which is for the annual na yun, i-divide muna natin ng 12. So 216,000 divided by 12 is 18,000. And then after nun, i-apply na natin siya sa formula. 18,000 plus, may binigay ba yung 5,000? Each unit requires 30 minutes of machine time. So 10,000, divide ko lang saglit, 10,000 divided by 30. Sorry. Ay, hindi. Each unit. Wala. The next one's activity level is based on units of production, but the cost driver in the cost is in machine hours. Thus, the units are required to be converted into machine hours. Okay, sorry. Ito pala. Since machine hours ang pinapahanap, yung ating 30 minutes is i-convert natin into machine hours din. So, 30 minutes is 0.5 hours, diba? 0.5 hours, which is, mangyari, based on the problem, 30 minutes is required to produce 1 unit of bullet journal. So, if the next month's planned units of production hours per convert natin. So, titignan natin, in answering this kind of problem, dapat uniform yung gagamitin mong yung ating mga measurement. 'Di ba, yung una, annual cost, yung 216, pero ang hinahanap is month. So, you need to divide yung 216 divided by 12. After that, kung titignan mo din, machine hour ang hinahanap. Okay? So, kung machine hour use ang ginamit dyan, dito, minutes, you need to convert yung 30 minutes into hours, which is 0.5 hour. Kasi kalahating oras yung 30 minutes. So, ganito siya. 18,000 na, di ba yan yung dinivide natin sa 12, multiply by itong 5,000 machine hours. Because 30,000 times 0.5 is, tama, 10,000 times 0.5 is 5,000 machine hours. Times the 2.40, nakukuha natin yung 18,000 plus 12,000. So, the answer is 30,000. Okay? Okay. Papunta tayo sa, check ko lang. Okay, check ko lang. Medyo mahaba pala siya. Okay. So, this is muna part 3 of the video lecture for chapter 2. So, you see you on the part 4 of this video lecture.